Alrighty, it is October, which means for us it is time for Oktoberfest. And I know traditionally Oktoberfest is to welcome October and is held in September, but everywhere I've lived, September's been too warm. And I don't want to be warm, I want to be cool and crisp and fall-y. And then we get to enjoy all the delicious German foods. So we're going to be making pretzels today. So you will probably need a mixer, but it's way more simpler than you think. A lot of recipes are going to give you a German pretzel, which honestly is a little bit hard and tough. I like a more American style, softer pretzel, so that's what this is. So we're going to start by combining 1 tablespoon of salt. I always use a kosher salt, a tablespoon of sugar, and it's not quite a tablespoon of yeast, it's 1 packet, which ends up being 2 1/4 teaspoons of yeast. So combine that in your mixing bowl, and then warm water. I have it kind of like, it's cooler than bath temperature. You don't want to kill the yeast, but you want this to be warm enough to activate the yeast. So I pour it in. I do the water last so that it all kind of mixes together and you don't have to whisk anything. It's already combined. You're gonna leave this for 5 minutes. So we're just gonna let it chill and do what it does, and the yeast will start to be activated by the sugar and the warm water. And in about 5 minutes, it'll be foamy. Homie. All right, it's been 5 minutes. It's super foamy. You'll know that your yeast is active when it is this foamy. If it's not, then you might need to get some new yeast. So now we're gonna add 4½ cups of flour. And this is just regular all-purpose flour. You probably could use bread flour and that would be just fine. And we'll get that going just on low speed. Just do everything backwards, that's the problem. Once it's kind of pulled together, we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of any neutral oil.
You work for KitchenAid?
No, but I would.
How long did you have that one?
Since we were betrothed. Remember that we got this for our wedding. From my darling cousins, Kyle, Kath, and Kara, and Kim. They all gave me this lovely KitchenAid. Alright, now we're gonna add our olive oil or vegetable oil, whatever you got.
I need to make these.
I'm gonna let this go for about 3 or 4 more minutes. I know it's come together, but it needs to be fully incorporated and that gluten has to get activated and stretchy. So we're just gonna keep it going for a few more minutes and we'll check in a second. So it's fully come together. It's lovely. I looked that there's oil in it, and I've actually tried this with butter before and it doesn't work as well. I definitely like the oil over butter. So now we need to put it somewhere warm, and it's actually kind of chilly in the house. I've got the window open. So one thing that I do is I turn the oven on, and I just stop it after about 2 or 3 minutes. So once it gets to like 130 or so degrees, I just turn it off, and then I can put this inside there, and it'll just be nice and warm and toasty, but not hot, because I don't want to melt the plastic or anything. But I'm just going to put this in the oven for probably about 45 minutes, and it'll at least double in size, probably even more than that. Just warm.
They call that proofing?
Yeah, it's like a proofing jar, but this isn't the British baking show, Tom.
That's right.
See ya in a minute. What the hell are you doing? Our dough has fully doubled in the semi-warm oven. I have it heating now to 450, so these bake really fast and hot. I have some water boiling, and I don't know, this is maybe 6 cups of water and maybe a 1/3 cup of baking soda. There's not an exact measurement. If you're using a lot of water, then use more baking soda. Up to maybe 2/3 a cup? I don't know. It doesn't matter. But it adds that kind of like twang to pretzels. So we're gonna roll these out. You can do pretzel shapes, you can do twists, you could do a rope and then do nuggets. So really, the options are endless. You know what else we like to do, Tommy? What do we like to do?
Eat pretzels?
Yeah, pretzel dogs.
Oh, yeah.
So kind of roll them out into a rope and then wrap them around a sausage of sorts. Oh, it's delicious. So this amount makes like 8 big ones. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. And I'm not using any extra flour. If it gets really sticky, oh shoot, we're going to have to probably use extra flour.
I'm not using extra. Oh, jeez.
Crap. I don't like flour on my stuff. I'm weird like that. I want to touch it as little as possible. This is right next to the hot dogs on a stick girls. Annie Ann's girls. Be delicate. Yeah, see, I don't want extra flour. You could just do a little bit of a twist and a tuck. And there you go. You got yourself a pretzel. I know it's hard to see. I don't care. We do want some long ones. Ooh. A rolling boil, she says. We'll get to that in a minute. This is really fun. You can let kids do it. They'll ruin it, but so will adults. Oh. It is Friday night and I'm punch drunk. I knew I shouldn't have listened to my cameraman. This one is a hot dog bun. This one's gonna be nuggets. Good roll. Dang, dang, dang. That's the best part. Mind your beeswax, boy. German Shepherds, man. Nosy McRosies. Is he gonna get any of these tonight, dear?
No. He's not. Not for me.
He knows his mother loves him. So I think what's best is just the tiniest bit of flour, but really you need either a nice smooth surface, a good countertop, or this nifty gadget that I have that's just silicone. It really is hard to do like the super long ones. I'm trying to do that right now. Because you have to be delicate. You don't want to break it. If you break it, then you got to start over. A little bit better. So if I find a spot that's super fat, I kind of just keep wiggling it out. I'm trying to get like a super long one. Pretty long. Better. Here's something that I learned going to Germany. I'm like, first thing I'm gonna eat is a pretzel and a pint of beer. Guess what? You're not getting that. So pretzels are in bakeries, and that's a daytime thing. Bakeries are done by the time they sold out of whatever it is. Maybe like 2 in the afternoon, could be 4 in the afternoon. You normally don't have beer till the afternoon. So to get a pretzel and a beer was extremely difficult. Is this what we're talking about?
Oh yeah, there you go.
What are you thinking?
Yep, that works.
Done. Wang, wang, wang. Okay, Tommy, you gotta come over here. All right, so we have water boiling. I probably don't need all this baking soda. Just a little bit. Yeah, I'm not gonna do all that. There's not an exact measurement. You just need some in there. So we have our pretzels. Just be very gentle with them. Drop them in there. And if you have anything like this, some kind of slotted something, let them boil for about 30 seconds. Our oven is ready at 450. I don't flip them or anything because they are really pretty much submerged. They will float, but still give them that full 30 seconds. They need to absorb that little bit of baking soda on the outside. That's how the part of it will help get them super brown and delicious. Probably wasn't 30 seconds. I'm impatient. Next. Yep. If you have a larger container, you could do 2. They've all been boiled. You'll notice that they definitely puff up. I have 1 egg yolk here and just a little bit of water. I find that just a little bit of water helps to smooth out the egg yolk. And that's to give it the nice, beautiful golden brown sheen. So you can typically just mix it with your whiskers. What are these called, Tommy?
Brush. Pastry brush.
So give them a very generous bath of egg wash. And depending on what you're doing with the pretzels, if people are just eating them, you could definitely use, I mean, obviously I have a pretzel salt. If you think people really like the everything bagel seasoning, that's great to put on them. I like to leave a lot of them plain. Some people like them plain. 2, I love to do like a huge bath of butter and then sprinkle it with cinnamon sugar. It's kind of my favorite way. So if you think of like Annie Ann's and what you normally order there or what you like to have, just kind of do them however you might enjoy. If you like jalapenos in them, you're gonna have to do that before you make them into pretzels. You have to do that probably as they're rising. Same thing with raisins, and if you want to drizzle them with like a kind of like a quick frosting of powdered sugar, butter, and a little bit of hot water. But everyone can have their own way. That's what's great about this. So 1 egg yolk did 1 batch. So if you have multiple batches, you're gonna need more than 1 egg yolk. I'm just gonna do a couple with salt. Tommy, what do you want?
Just salt. I like it normal.
So I'll do half. The other half can be whatever later. We'll put it in the oven. Depending on how big you made your pretzels, just watch for them to be golden brown, but probably 12 to 15 minutes.
What time?
Check back at 450. Hey, that's a wrap. All right, they're out of the oven. I let them cool just a little bit. I probably could have left them in just another minute or two, but we were kind of antsy and we wanted some. But they're delicious, encrusted with salt. Look at these gorgeous beauties. Ooh la la. Oh, look at that. Nom, nom, nom. No, you're not getting any. That boy always wants some. Ooh, salty and delicious and chewy. I'll give you some in a minute. Mm-hmm.
No, he's not having any.
Not?
That's twisted.
So thank you for joining me at Go Beyond Betty, where you are taking whisks in the kitchen. Look at you making stuff you can buy at the mall and you can make it at home. Amazing. So proud of you. We'll see you again soon. Bye.
What yeast is it? Fleischmann's Active Dry?
Not Fleischmann's, but thanks for knowing that.
Yeah.
Just active dry yeast. Not the super fast acting. This is like a big bulk one from Costco, but the packets are great too. Any active dry yeast. Good call.
At least 1 teaspoon
Damn
on the
it,
table.
Sheena.
Yep.
Cameraman, you know what you need to do? Where's the extension cord?
Where's the please?
Please. Where's the extension cord? Probably could have let them go a little bit more, but I love the egg wash. It's nice and golden brown. The salt has stuck on there. I'm too scared to pick it up right now. I need to wait. Hot water, maybe. It's too hot. Can we come back in like 2? We can just make our plate. Stop. Yeah. Great. Jump down. Hang on. I need a little wash down for that. Oh, that was good.
Do a pretzel now.
Dibba dibba dibba.
Oh, jeez.
Ooh, mommy loves you more than Papa.